Hello again, and welcome back to the Friday edition of the Bamsters News. If you were here with us on Wednesday, you'll see we did manage to finally strap Bam to his chair and get our upcoming games episode out. If you haven't heard that already, go check it out to hear some of the stuff that's coming out next month. Different things to keep an eye on that you may want to pick up when it comes out. With me in Hot Seat today, I have Mr. G.
What do you mean today? It's tonight. It's midnight. It's 3 past midnight.
Well, I mean, isn't that after it hits the midnight point on the clock, that becomes day, right? Like morning?
Yeah, in about 6 hours or something.
Well, and with the time difference anyway, it's still daytime here.
So yeah, Good morning, good night, good whatever.
So, did you hear the announcement from Twitch that they're finally going to start, I guess, letting people do these subscriber-only streams?
See, that one I was interested in because it looks like they're trying to tap into Patreon's model. I.e. Patreon, you have people subscribing to you, and you can give everybody content, and you can give the subscribers content. That's sort of the whole idea, that you can do subscriber-only content. On Twitch, however, I don't see it making sense. If you were doing adult content, sure. But beyond that, no. This is weird.
Well, I know that there are some folks who stream that the like videos on demand afterwards, the saved videos or clips or whatever, you have to be subscribed to their channel in order to see them. And I think I know there's been some like different like geek news type channels and stuff like that where I've seen where I'd go to watch a video and it's like, oh no, you have to be a subscriber in order to watch this.
That makes sense. When it's the video on demand afterwards, that makes sense that they will want to force people to be subscribers. But on the live streams, no.
Well, wait a minute. You're going to have to explain that to me. Why would one make sense but not the other?
Okay, so on the live stream, that's where you're doing the thing, that's where you want people to come in, that's where people who are just looking around discovers you, i.e. that's a good part of discovery. People who come for the video on demand are already coming for something specific. They've been told to watch it. Nobody just goes around and says, oh, I'll look at random channels' videos. No, they look at random channels' live streams. But you've been told, go watch this video, you go watch, and now you're faced with a decision. Do I spend my Amazon Prime thing, if they still do that, to get access to this? Do I spend $5 to get access? Probably not. Or do I just not watch it? So, you're coming in with two different mindsets. And on their end, they know one is get people in, and one is, well, if people want to watch this, they want to watch it already.
Well, I guess in a way that kind of makes sense. And to your point about the Amazon/Twitch Prime thing, yes, you do still get to use your I think you get like one free monthly subscription, so you can use that for any of the channels that are doing this to get your subscription if you're already paying for Amazon Prime. Honestly, I don't see this being very useful to a vast majority of the people using Twitch. I think that this is a small subset of people that are really going to get something out of this, people who already have a fairly large following.
Well, for example, if anybody wants to, let's say Dr. Disrespect, once he's eventually coming back after his latest toilet trip, if he wants to do, this is a paid subscriber thing only, he can use that to convert non-subscribers to subscribers, or followers to subscribers. At his level, yes. But for the 99%, no.
Right. Well, you said when he comes back. It's my understanding that, what was it, Wednesday or Thursday night, they lifted the 2-week ban that they put on him, so he's probably already back.
My understanding is, yes, they've lifted the ban, but that he hasn't streamed yet. I haven't checked. But somebody said he's still not done a single stream. Building up excitement.
There may be something to that. I kind of wonder what he's going to come back with. I wouldn't put it past him if his first stream starts off with something that looks like him sitting on a toilet.
No idea, don't care for him. I watched his stream once, it wasn't particularly funny. I can see how a certain subsect of people would find it funny, I've seen him do stuff where he's run off and said, "Oh, this streamer over there is terrible," and all his followers fucking run over there and start hammering that person. Now, the Doctor, that is a comedic take. It is personality. Much like Colbert was on the Colbert Report. But some of his viewers don't get that. And they actually go and harass people when he says to harass them. I.e. when he jokes about harassing somebody. And that level of disconnect just makes him either a very terrible person because he knows and he's ignoring it, or a very stupid person because he doesn't realize he's actually driving people to hate on other people. So, I don't watch him. As I said, I've tried. I didn't find it entertaining. I find his behavior and his lack of empathy absolutely terrible.
I think I've watched like 1 or 2 times, like I've tuned into the channel to catch clips, but yeah, I don't spend a lot of time watching much on Twitch at all, so I typically don't have a lot of time to do that. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure absolutely people find him entertaining. Otherwise, why would they watch him? But yeah.
Can I observe something?
What's that?
Yeah, Twitch have listed the ban, but as far as I know, you can't uncheat on the wife, so he still has that going for him.
Yeah, I know. People keep bringing that up, and look, my whole thing with this is, if this was somebody else on Twitch, would they have only gotten a 14-day ban? Would they have only gotten a 30-day ban, which I think is more typical? I think they usually do 30-day bans. Or in the particular case here, where the reason why he got banned was he basically did something illegal, and he did it on Twitch, and it's like, would somebody not even, you know, I could see a lesser channel losing their entire channel over something like that because they did something illegal on Twitch.
Yeah, but if the Doctor goes to any other platform, he's bringing, what, a few million viewers with him?
Yeah, I get that. And, you know, the other platforms would probably just say, hey, don't do this, but otherwise we welcome you with open arms, so...
If none of them have reached out and offered him money to move over, they're idiots.
I kind of think, you know, doing this kind of stuff, it can be fun, but it can also be exhausting, and I almost wonder if he's taking the 2 weeks as a nice, like, forced vacation.
Possibly. I
But
should probably say, when I say they're idiots, if they didn't reach out, caffeine is probably the one I could see not doing it. Because it just goes against sort of the image they've tried to project. But everybody else, yeah, if even YouTube, if they didn't reach out, idiots.
Well, moving on from that, are you ready for some Cyberpunk news?
I think I emailed you some Cyberpunk news earlier.
Yeah, I got the PR email, and then I got your email forwarding the PR email. Either way, I'm happy. I don't mind getting the information more than once. But if you're into cosplay, if you know someone who's into cosplay, make sure they're aware of this. The folks at CD Projekt are doing a Cyberpunk cosplay contest, and there's a couple different ways that you can participate in this contest. You can actually, you know, show up at one of the conventions they're going to be at, and you can also just submit stuff online. So if you can't make it to one of the upcoming conventions they're going to, which they listed as Gamescom, looks like end of August, well, late August, I should say, because then PAX West will be the end of August, beginning of September. The Tokyo Game Show in mid-September. Igromir in Moscow. I don't know if I said that right or not, but that'll be early October. And then Paris Games Week from the end of October, early November. So if you're going to be in any of those areas, you can whip up that costume, stitch everything together, get in there, and show up in person if you get tickets to the show. Or you can submit online, and we'll make sure that we put a link in the description as well.
Well, I think we're at least one of those. Possibly two.
Well, I know you talked about plans for Gamescom. I won't be at PAX West this year because I'm going to try and go to PAX South in January if I can. But yeah, I don't think any of us will be at any of the other ones.
I might be Paris Game Week. It's the one I still want to go visit.
Ah, cool.
I just don't French. I'm thinking about bringing one of my daughters. They can work as translators and camera operators.
There you go. Probably have to feed her lots of candy and ice cream.
Probably. Well, it's end of October, 1st November. Yeah, so it'll be nice and cold. But it's cosplay. Doing it in situ is difficult. You kind of sort of need the whole look, but you also need the neon lights and the dark, dim setting, and it's difficult. It's one of those. I even think a lot of the shots that you would make, you'd want to touch up in Photoshop.
Well, you had that idea for us to, and I still don't know why you want it to be a picture of me, but you had this idea that for us to do a Cyberpunk kind of themed promo for the show, and I did some checking around, and initially a lot of the folks I talked to couldn't come up with any places for like neon lights in San Diego, but I actually did find a couple of places in Chula Vista that have some neon lighting. And also, there's the Spreckles Theater, which is downtown San Diego, which could be a possibility, but it might actually be too bright because there's a lot of other lighting besides just the neon lighting. And you got the gears turning in my head, man. Now I have some ideas for what to do and how to do it, but I kind of wanted to do it with my car in the picture as well, and I can't figure out how to do that with the neon lighting affecting the picture, kind of like you were talking about. So, I don't know. Work in progress still, maybe. Who knows?
Well, we're gonna get a Cyberpunk 2077 picture of your car under some neon light reflecting off the bonnet, and then you slung across the bonnet, all sexy like.
I don't know about the sexy part, but I don't know. We'll see what we can do.
Stay tuned, people. There might be pictures.
Yeah, heavy emphasis on might, and they will be heavily photoshopped.
Do I need to bring back the Bamsters After Dark?
Yeah, we'll let you use that voice in the promo. But I don't know. Well, I'm still, like I said, you got the gears turning, so we'll see whatever I can come up with here.
Well, let's go somewhere completely different then. Portal Knights has a massive update according to the notes. Now with elves and rogues and rifts, oh my!
Yeah, this is something that I played a little bit on my own and a little bit with my kiddo, and it's in some ways it's kind of Minecraft-ish, but the creatures and stuff that you run into, while the terrain is still blocky, the creatures are much more stylized and designed and not so blocky, and it was a lot of fun to play. I think my biggest gripe about it was you go through the portals into these different worlds, but the worlds just felt way too small. But I mean, we had fun, and if I remember correctly, at the time we played, there was a warrior, there was a wizard, and maybe an archer or like a ranger type. So that could be fun to jump in and try out the rogue and see how that is.
Yeah, I'd say if you want slightly more nice visuals, there's definitely there, but they don't have classes and races. It's a classless, raceless system, so it plays very differently. It is not easy to bring, for example, kids into if they want to play an RPG style character or fantasy style character.
Well, one thing I thought was interesting was, since the game is called Portal Knights and there's portals in there, when they said now it has rifts, I'm like, well, what the heck does that mean? Because isn't rift just a different type of portal? But according to like the text on the Steam page that talks about this DLC, it says that these randomly generating passages are home to devious traps and puzzles. Should a portal knight fail to reach the end of a rift in time, all treasures found are lost forever. Travel with friends for your best chance of survival. So this sounds like it's almost like a mini dungeon, maybe, and it's timed.
Could be good fun.
Yeah, I'm definitely keen to check it out. So the DLC is typically going to be $10, which, for something like this sounds like it possibly, worth the extra funds. I know the original game was worth the cost. The Steam Summer Sale is going on right now, so you can get it for 10% off. It's only $8.99. And there's all kinds of other stuff on sale on the Steam Summer Sale. That goes through July 9th. So if you play games on PC, Linux, or Mac, now may be a good time to pick up a bunch of stuff.
Do you know what? I have one in my wish list that's at minus 80%.
That sounds like a good time to pick that one up.
Yeah, I think I have to, except it's one of those, the base game was a tenner, but then you need all the DLC, so it becomes a little bit more expensive than the 2 bacon tokens for the base game.
I'm not fond when games do that, where, yeah, it's kind of like the joke we like to make here about crack dealers. They give you the first hit for free, and then they start charging you. You know, it may not be for free, but they do give it to you for cheap. That's nice that you found one on your wish list that was 80% off. The closest I've been able to get on all the stuff I had on my wish list was, I think, 63 and 75% off. So I've got a few games I'm definitely going to be picking up, but I think I'm only picking up about 10 or so.
Only 10, okay.
Yeah, I know. My wallet's in the corner crying.
Yeah, in my case, it's Train Valley. There's a collection, 22 euros, where the base game is minus 80, the Germany map is minus 60, and then you get some other bits and pieces, including Train Valley 2. That one is only minus 25%, so it quickly becomes, not so much discount, but still, I might make it.
Did you look to see what the total price was going to be with all the DLC?
No. And that's also, we're working a little bit for another game where we look at a bunch of DLCs, and that adds up real quickly.
Well, I will say this, a game that I often like to make fun of for all the DLC it has is Train Simulator, because it has something like $8,000 or $9,000 worth of DLC. But if you buy it during the Steam Summer Sale right now, I think you get that for about half off, so you only have to spend 4,500 bacon tokens.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, exactly, no. Especially not on a train simulator, sorry. Not my game.
No, I like the less realistic, more toy styled. But I mean, 2 Point Hospital, that's 50% off.
I remember you were telling me you had some fun with that one too.
It's hilarious. If you find, they did a free-to-play weekend at one point. To do it again, just try it. The illnesses are hilarious. I've met the developers; they're hilarious as well. Yeah.
Well, and on that note, we are going to leave you guys with the end of the news block and going into the weekend. So, hopefully, by the time you're catching this, most of your Friday is over, or at least half of it, maybe. And enjoy your weekend. We'll be back again on Monday.
So, Monday news next week. We haven't quite decided on what we're doing on the Wednesday, so have fun with that one. Beyond that, as Drac always say, if you like it, subscribe. If you don't, tell somebody else to subscribe. Something. And we'll see you eventually. Ciao.